Good evening, this is Saeed with WMTH coming to you from Maine West High School's brand new cafeteria.
And I'm Andrew, also reporting from Maine West. I'm a senior here at West.
And I am also currently a senior here at Maine West.
We are two of your hosts tonight for the Maine Township High School Foundation benefit. We'll be joined soon by other WMTH host reporters at East and South.
Welcome to tonight's program. We're so excited that you can be with us, but we're sorry we're not together in person. Like so much in this crazy year, we've had to adapt.
We've been doing that for 2 years now. Hard to believe.
Pretty hard to believe. Tonight's benefit will honor and support our Maine Township school-based health clinic, celebrating its 20th anniversary.
That's before we were born.
A lot of time. And we'll hear more about its history and the amazing things it does for the students at our schools, especially over the past 2 years.
We'll also hear about some of the other great things the foundation supports.
But before we go there, I want to call out for the audience that we are broadcasting from one of the incredible new spaces created by the renovation projects here at Maine West.
Tables, chairs, benches.
Looks pretty good. Good stuff out here.
We're standing in what used to be known as the Pit at Maine West. Today, it's the lower level of our new cafeteria.
Yeah, it's been really terrific since we got to start using it at the start of the semester in January.
So now, let's go to Maine East and tune into our colleague at the new WMTH radio studio.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jonathan Matthew coming to you from our new radio station here on WMTH Park Ridge. I'm here with Mrs. Susan Yadger, who is the board chair of Maine Township High School Foundation. Welcome, Mrs. Yadger.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's great to be here, especially in this fantastic new space that you have.
So, Ms. Yadger, you're the head of the Maine Township High School Foundation. Can you explain to me what that is, really?
The foundation was organized about 25 years ago, and our mission is to support student well-being as well as promote innovative learning opportunities for the students and staff in all three of the district schools. One of our biggest programs is awarding grants to teachers, and actually recently we've also awarded some grants to students too. So these are programs that the budget of the school is not usually covered. So some of these programs include things like a guest lecturer coming to talk to a class, or last year we were really fortunate because of being able to use Zoom. We had a lecturer who could talk to students at all three schools at the same time. So it was pretty new. You know, we've all had to sort of adapt during COVID, but this was one of the upticks of that. We also help students when they want to go to a state or national competition. We provide some financial support.
Yeah.
And another thing we've done is we've helped some teachers with funding to establish new clubs, which is a great way to bring some of the in-classroom learning to more of a hands-on experience.
Got it.
So we have a variety of programs that we've supported, and actually later in the program today we'll have the opportunity to highlight some of the grants that we've supported. We want students to have opportunities that go beyond the traditional classroom experience. We rely solely on the generosity of our donors. Most of our donors are individuals or families. We do have a few corporate sponsors every year when our benefit comes around. But we really appreciate those donors. I want to thank everyone who has donated so far this year. And for people who would like to still donate, they can go to our website, mthsfoundation.org, and simply click on the donate button. A major focus of tonight's benefit is on the school-based health center. So our theme for the benefit is Be Well, Do Well. The principals at each of the three schools generously donated some raffle prizes to us. So I would like to thank Dr. Collins, Dr. McMahon, and Dr. Pressler for their continued support. And for everyone who pre-purchased raffle tickets, the winners will be announced at the end of the evening. So good luck and stay tuned. Every year we try to have a host committee for our benefit. And this year, given the theme of Be Well, Do Well, we have named the host committee members the Boosters. And this group has really been fantastic for us. They've already raised over $20,000 for the foundation. So that's a really great start. And they're made up of alumni, past and current parents, and also a lot of teachers, staff, and administrators within the district have helped us out. So a big thank you to the boosters. And now we would like to share a tribute to a special friend of the foundation.
Good evening. I'm David Hiller, a member of the Maine Township High School Foundation Board. I join in our salute to the School-Based Health Center and add my thanks to the boosters and all our other generous donors. Tonight, we also want to recognize a very special person graduating from Maine East. In this case, not a student, but Principal Mike Pressler, who is retiring after 12 years leading Maine East. You may know Mike is a music man, having joined District 207 in 1992 as chairperson of the Maine South Fine Arts Department and director of bands at the school. As a Maine East grad myself, I have had the pleasure of getting to know Mike and seeing the impact he has had at Maine. In 2020, Mike was named Principal of the Year by the North Cook region of the Illinois Principals Association. As our superintendent Ken Wallace said at the time, Mike is a careful and thoughtful craftsman leader, I love that term, who has worked to improve student achievement and success for students, many of whose families are first or second generation Americans. Throughout his time at Maine, Mike has been a great friend and supporter of the foundation, and also a true champion of the School-Based Health Center. And most recently, Mike selflessly postponed his well-earned retirement to see the school through the challenges of the pandemic. Mike, on behalf of the Maine Township High School Foundation, thanks for everything you've done over the years for our students, families, and schools. We wish you all the best in your next chapter. You will always be a treasured member of the Maine Township family.
This is Clarice Laguda reporting from the Gathering Stair in the hub of Maine East. With me is Andre Larios.
We are so fortunate to have the school-based health center in our district.
And even though it's housed here at Maine East, it serves available to all students in the district, Maine East, Maine South, and Maine West.
Let's hear more about what they do for students like us.
This is our 20th anniversary from the inception of the clinic. We see kids for physical exams, sports physicals, vaccine catch-up. We have been seeing a lot more kids for mental health concerns. We try and collaborate with the families, teachers, the counselors to make sure we're providing seamless care.
Historically, the School-Based Health Center serves around 1,600 students a year. That was before the COVID pandemic. About maybe 75% of that, I'd say, were medical visits, and the other 30-ish% were mental health. That has changed quite a bit now that we are in the pandemic. This past year, we saw about 2,700 visits, so much more, mainly due to COVID testing and then offering COVID vaccinations. We've been seeing all students from all three schools, their siblings, their parents, the teachers here, the teachers' families, janitorial staff, all sorts of people that are involved in the school.
We began in 2002. Members of the guidance department and our school nurse and others who were going to be involved in that were be part of that initial planning and even hiring, so that they would feel too that we're all in this together. We're going to do these things. We can share a common vision for the health and welfare of our kids. We have great psychologists, great counselors, great social workers, but it's never quite enough to meet the social emotional needs of our kids. Many of our students are not connected well, if at all, to the healthcare system. This is a serious matter. Also, adolescent healthcare is always frightening. Kids don't want to talk. Nope. And so, but when you're on your own, when you can establish your own connection to a doctor, and also feel some level of privacy about that, then that's a much better thing. It's very fruitful, and certainly proved to be that.
I do see the vast majority of my patients across the street at Advocate. The barriers to a lot of these kids accessing their care are huge.
My 14-year-old son, he's a freshman. I didn't have anything like this in Chicago public schools. It gives the kids a sense of comfort. They don't have to move from site to site. They can actually get things done here on site and get back to class.
I can go from one of my classes to basically a hospital very, very quickly. The medical service here is top-notch. I just You know, they go above and beyond for all their patients, especially me, and I really appreciate it. I know that just right above me is the school that I've been going to for 4 years, so it really helped me, you know, keep my mind at ease, and just, it's a familiar place for me to feel safe in.
If I were ever sick, I would always come here, because it was almost like I treated the school-based health center as my primary care area, and I think my siblings felt the same. It almost gave me like the autonomy, or like it was my responsibility to take care of my own care. They would understand me more because they interact with my age group.
The state's support for a school-based health center has really remained flat for the past decade. There's a grant of about $123,000. That grant hasn't changed. All of the cost increases have gone onto the district to kind of supplement and support the school-based health center. There's talk about that grant going competitive, which means that we might not be guaranteed to get that grant year after year, which would be completely devastating. We'd have to pull back some of these services to students if we didn't get additional support and funding. So we're always looking for any way that we can help support the school-based health center.
We've had life-saving, not only life, and changing events happen through our school-based health center. Just astonishing. It affects so many people so importantly, to be able to be well, to do well.
Wow, that was impressive. I really didn't know all the things they did for us students.
And they need support to keep this all going. Any amount of money you all can provide will help fund this amazing health center.
And I'm really glad we're focused on the health center tonight, especially since it's their 20th anniversary.
But we also want to remember all the other things the Maine Township High School Foundation supports.
Let's go to WTH's Jimmy and Taylor at Maine South to hear more.
This is Jimmy J, coming to you from the new Maine South Commons. I'm a sophomore at South.
And I'm Taylor T, a senior here at South.
Aren't these new commons amazing? There are so many places where students can collaborate or just hang out with their friends.
And I love the big TV wall behind us. We are so glad to be helping host the foundation benefit. You know, before getting involved in this, I didn't know that much about all the amazing things the foundation does.
Yeah, they support a lot of great programs. In fact, I personally benefited from one of their grants this year as part of the Scholastic Bowl team.
That's great. Let's hear about some of the other programs they support.
You're listening to WMTH Park Ridge. I'm Jonathan Matthew, and I'm here with Miss Susan Yadgar. So Susan, how do you think we should wrap this fun night up we've got?
Well, the first thing I'd like to do is thank our WMTH hosts. It's been fantastic having them take us through this broadcast journey around the Maine Township high schools. It's fantastic to see all the new spaces that you students have available to you. So thank you very much to all the hosts.
Yeah, it's definitely been great to see like all three schools come together to make this great production that we had. And it's great to see just three schools around the district just being able to come and make something very good, very great, honestly.
It has. It's been a great experience for us as well, working with the students. And I hope that our audience has enjoyed it as much as we have. You know, we really appreciate everyone tuning in to hear more about the foundation and especially the School-Based Health Center on this, its 20th anniversary. You know, as we heard tonight, never have we needed it more than we need it today.
Yeah, and I'm definitely excited to be able to, as a student here at Maine East, being able to use it throughout the school year and see it grow. And I'm very thankful that Maine Township High School Foundation is able to give us like the support to students when we need it. It's great to see the community just pitch in and everything.
Absolutely.
And this has been a really fun and informative evening with you, Ms. Susan Yadgar. Thank you for all this.
Thanks, Jonathan. I do have just one more thing. I do want to thank our benefit host committee, the boosters, as well as our sponsors, and really all of our donors. With their help, the foundation can move forward with all of the programs that you've heard about tonight. And, we can support the students at Maine East, Maine West, and Maine South to be well and do well.
Yep, that is very great to hear and everything. Thank you all for just being a part of everything. And thank you all. This is Jonathan Matthew here on WMTH Park Ridge 90.5 FM.
Good night from Maine South.
From Maine West.
And good night from Maine East.
Good night and be well.
If you purchased a raffle ticket, the winners are now posted on our website. Please also visit our website if you're interested in donating. We greatly appreciate your support. And now, stay tuned for performances from our talented student musicians at all 3 of our Maine Township high schools.